Well, here we are. I'm back on the trail. April 30th. Oh, and what do we have here? I don't know if you can see, but a couple of deer waiting for me. Yep, oh, they're gone. That didn't last long. Being followed by Dinty, Alpaca, Pangea, and the dog Abby. Anyway, just left Mountain House B&B. It was a great stay. Like I said, April 30th, and I'm doing the last 550 miles. Hopefully the hamstring holds up this time. We'll see how it goes. This part of Virginia so far is lovely. I know we got a 1,000-foot climb ahead of us, but so far so good. Though it is humid. What a difference 600 miles, 500 miles makes. For those of you who haven't been following along, this is your first, because it's the first one I post this year. Last year, I did 1,400 plus miles, and then my season ended in October when I pulled a hamstring. And I was coming south at that point, and I was just about at the Massachusetts-Connecticut border when I pulled the hamstring. So I headed home, recouped for the winter, and now I'm back out here. But ooh, it's humid. The fall was nice, clear air. This is anything but. But 550 miles to go to finish my trip. I'll try and duck under these branches, avoid the ticks. And 550 miles to go to the Mass-Connecticut border, and I will be done my hike of the Appalachian Trail. See how it goes. So this section, heading north out of Front Royal, is probably one of the nicest, easiest sections of the whole trail out of the, what have I done, 1,600 miles that I've done. Next to like a 5-mile, 6-mile section I hit in the 100-mile wilderness up in Maine, this is probably the nicest, easiest part of the trail yet. It's a beautiful day, a little humid, but I'm enjoying it. Here we are at Manassas Gap Shelter, and as you can see around here, this part of Virginia, instead of bear boxes or bear hang cables, they've got these bear poles. You put your food up there and hopefully stay safe from the bear. And there is the shelter. Not a lot of people here tonight, so a quiet night. Good morning. Just leaving Manassas Gap Shelter. Yesterday was, I don't know, wasn't a long day, 10 or 11. Today will only be 13. Trying to hike myself back into shape. Did some hiking before I left, but there's nothing like putting on a 30-pound pack full of food and going up and down some hills. Though they've been very nice hills so far. Anyway, so as I try to hike myself back into shape, let me see. I guess that's it. We're gonna be hitting the roller coaster soon. The roller coaster is a very frustrating bunch of PUDs, pointless ups and downs, because when you get to the top, there's no views. And it is literally like, you're up 500 feet, you're down 500 feet. You're up 800 feet, you're down 700 feet. You're up 600 feet, you're down 800 feet. On and on it goes. It's like, anyway, they call it the roller coaster. So should be hitting that. I don't know about today, if not tomorrow. So we'll see when we get there. Other than that though, there's not a lot to take pictures of. So the pictures will be limited, sorry about that. But it's just endless trail at the moment. So we'll see you at the next campsite maybe, unless there is something in between to take pictures of. Pretty morning walk, but first one out, I guess, because I am silk blazing. One strand after another every 10-15 feet. Very annoying. Pretty morning walk, but first one out, I guess, because I am silk blazing. One strand after another every 10-15 feet. Very annoying. Lots of beautiful flowers out this morning to see. I don't know what kind of flowers these are. Some expert out there might be able to tell me. But man, the silk, oh, there's almost another spider web. It is amazing out here. I've done lots of silk blazing before, but I've hit more silks in the first half mile, and hope it doesn't continue, because I know there's another. The next shelter isn't for 4 miles, so that means I might be silk blazing for 4 miles before somebody else does what I'm doing for everybody else behind me. So we'll see how it goes. All right, it is Friday, I believe May 2nd, leaving Rod Hollow Shelter after doing 13.5 miles yesterday. My legs are feeling a little tired. So it's either 10 miles to Bears Den Hostel, but there's a lot of rain coming on Sunday, and I really don't know if I want to hike in downpours. So if I did 15 tomorrow to a campsite stealth site, and then from there, I gotta get into Harper's Ferry with some light rains, but hopefully ahead of the heavy rains. I don't know, because today is the roller coaster, and we're gonna be up and down, up and down, up and down. We'll see how the legs feel before I decide how far to go today. See, so either 9 or 14. So see you on the trail. All right, here we go. Entering the roller coaster, and it starts right up. We'll see, it's supposed to be steep climbs, short but steep, ups and downs with lots of rocks. I'll let you know how it goes. All right, here we go. Trying it again. Had a lovely night at the Bear's Den Hostel. Had a nice dinner, chicken salad wrap at the Bear's Chase restaurant. The only thing wrong last night, there was one gentleman who was not a through hiker. He was just staying there, and he was ranting and raving at everybody for any little offense. So sometimes you got to really be cautious when you stay at these hostels. Most 99% of the people are wonderful, but every once in a while you get a problem in there. But otherwise, it was a great stay. Had some pancakes for breakfast, and now we're off trying to make it to I don't even know where we're gonna go. This is like looking like a stormy. Do I do 10? Do I do 20? 20 would kill me, but it would get me into town, and 10 would just get me to a shelter where I'd have to wear it out the rain. We'll see. All right, cruising down the trail, trying to decide what to do. Made for one mistake today. I decided to stop at the Blackburn Center because I wanted water. Turned out to be 3/10 downhill, like 200 to 300 feet downhill. And then you had to climb back up afterwards. Nice caretaker there gave me a cola. It wasn't bad tasting Coke, but it was still nice and cold and refreshing. The sugar is doing me wonders. So now got 3 more miles to the campsite. I think I'll go beyond that. Then at 5 or 6 or 7 miles, there's a hostel where you have to get picked up and brought to it. I don't know if I want to do that. And about 11 miles all the way into town to get to Harper's Ferry. But that's 5.5 more hours of hiking. So we'll see. We'll see what I decide. All right, so quick update. I went past the last shelter, and the thought was I was going to stay at a hostel 3 miles further, which I'm just about at, called Stony Brook Farms, and it sounded very nice on the phone. And then as I'm calling around town and talking to a few other people about different things, I mentioned it, and they said, don't go there. It's a cult. It's a cult, and they're going to try and suck you in. And I don't mind people have their own beliefs, but I don't want to try to have mine changed by, somebody else try to convince me to change my beliefs. So I canceled that, but the result is then I have an extra 4 miles. So I have 6 more miles to go, which is going to make this a 20-mile day with some thunderstorms on the horizon. Well, fingers crossed I won't get too wet. And hopefully they have a place for me because nobody's answering the phone at the hostels at Harper's Ferry. We'll see what happens. Well, here we are doing a little shopping. We're at Cross Trails Hostel, and luckily yesterday was only a 15-mile day. The weather was threatening, but they came and picked me up at Keys Gap and got me and brought me in, and about 45 minutes later the skies opened up and it poured. So I stayed it only rained a little yesterday on me, so I stayed relatively dry. We're gonna zero here. And tomorrow, once the rain stops in the morning, I'll head back out and on we go. All right, ready? Shack attack. Love that ball, don't you? Oh, just a little, there you go. You got it. You got it. You got it. Ready? Go get it. Fun dog.